Hey everybody, this is Glidercat and it's time to play. Today we're going to start a new Let's Play series on a game called Foundry. Oh man, am I excited for this one. Foundry is a game I first featured on the Glidercat channel way back in December of 2020. So what is that, like 3.5 years ago? And I'm anxious to get back into it. It's going to go into early access on Steam on May 2nd, 2024. Let's jump into a brand new game. I know it's come a super duper long way. Let's jump in. World name will do CLP s02. Map seed, we'll hit this several times. Spin the dice and start the game here. Looks pretty already. Okay, launch drop pods, scan potential landing area, preparing the robots. Okay.
Welcome, operator. I'm Carl, your facility management artificial intelligence. This resource-rich moon has been selected for the Foundry initiative with the goal of converting it into a manufacturing hub. Construction work has already started, and many teams, just like us, have been deployed with their initial assignments. Our task is to establish mining and smelting operations to ensure a steady supply of essential metals. My goal is to assist you in setting up this factory. Let's run a few basic checks before we get started. Open your map to check your surroundings.
All right, map is M. We can see the hotkeys in the bottom right.
There are several ore patches in the vicinity. Equip your ore scanner from the inventory and use it to locate the ore patches.
All right. I see what looks like ore patches right here and here. Let's get the ore scanner from inventory. Inventory is B, as in backpack this time. And I think we can drop this to the hotbar. Keep out of that. 2 and scan.
To get started, approach both of the ore patches and mine some ore.
Oh, there's some right in front of us. Yeah, there's our technum ore. And there is our xenoferrite, I believe. Let's switch to the mining drill and just start drilling these nodes on top. These are kind of concentrated deposits of ore. And then this whole area is also ore. Turn down the volume a little bit. I'm going to take up all of these nuggets on top. See, we got 25, 12 from that one. 18. All right, that is all. Whoops, one more little xenoferrite node, and then we'll go over to the technum deposit and mine those out. Did I get them all? Looks like I got them all. And again, we're going to mine this huge deposit with mining drones here in a little bit. Let's go grab the technum, because we're going to need both of these. Again, I'm just going to blast these little nodes on the surface. Alright, so our little drop pod's got a built-in smelter. I want to finish getting these easy nodes here. I don't know if the mining drones will actually take these out or not. I've never tried. They're easy enough to get by hand, and we're going to need some ore on us. So we'll just grab these while we can. What else? One more little node here. Alright. So we cleared off all of those. Let's head back to the drop pod. And we got a built-in smelter unit here. So we can just insert ore with a click. Picks out the right ore from my inventory. And same thing here. Boom. Our technum is going to turn into technum rods. And our xenoferrite is going to turn into plates. Xenoferrite plates. Alright. Top right, we've got our objectives. We're smelting away, and then we just need to pick them up, and we'll clear all of those tasks in the top right. See, we've got a time of day indicator on the left side of the screen, top left, along with a map, or compass, I should say. It also tells what our height is. There were 133 meters, I suppose, above sea level. Let's go ahead and grab these plates. Grab those.
Now that we have
Refill.
basic materials available, we should start crafting building blocks which act as a foundation for other buildings. To do so, you need to open the crafting menu and click the desired items. Then, place them in the shape of a platform next to one of the ore patches.
Very good. Let's see what we can do. Crafting menu C. And these are the ones we need. Building blocks. Only make 2 right now, but we get 10 per batch. Let's see if we can load up some more here. These take xenoferry plates and technum rods. That'll get us 20 more. Let's do one more batch here if we can. I'm going to let the plates get up to 10 and then we'll grab them. Boom. Resupply. Grab those rods. And, oh, that's only one more set. All right. I'm going to grab building blocks, put them on the hotbar. And then let's go over to one of the deposits. We need to place a platform. How about right here? We can take up a little bit of this dirt. Let's do our platform right here. So select these guys. Boom. Just clicking and dragging here, pretty easy. Got some stuff in my way.
To automate ore extraction, we need to set up a drone miner. Craft one and place it on top of your foundation right next to the ore patch.
We need a drone miner, so let's go get more building materials. You. Refuel and take. Alright, craft drone miner. That's this guy right here. We can only make one of these. Oh man. We're gonna need more. I'm gonna make more building blocks too while we're at it. I'm gonna extend our platform out just a little bit. More. Boom. And like that. That guy out of our way. And now I can put a drone miner down. Go to the backpack, drag that thing onto the hotbar. There it is. And let's set the terminal. We want to do this. About right there. Panels facing this way.
And most other buildings require power to function. Let's build a biomass generator on the same foundation as the drone miner. Once built, you need to harvest some plants and trees with your mining drill to collect biomass. Insert the biomass into the generator and it will start to power all buildings on the same foundation as the generator.
Okay, very cool. Just letting us know that these platform blocks conduct electricity. And we're going to generate electricity with a biomass burner. I'm going to feed our little furnaces here and keep grabbing materials. Looks like I'm out of... Well, I got a little bit more technomore. Looks like I'm able to throw some in. And we need biomass burner. We can make 2 of these. I'm going to make 2 of those and another drone miner. And then maybe some more building blocks. And then they said we need to mine some trees for actual fuel for our biomass burner. So we'll do that. Take out some of these guys nearby. All right, that should be more than enough. Let's put down a biomass burner over on this platform here. Build backpack. Pull these onto the hotbar. And plunk this guy down right here. Oink. And then we can fill it just the same way. I think we just can click on that. That loads it up.
Go watch your mining drones acquire your first automated ore. Aren't they beautiful? Anyways, we need to get going. Let's build a smelter next.
Okay, the mining drones are doing their thing. And this is what? The xenoferrite, right? So they're doing their things. They want us to do a smelter. I'm kind of thinking we should do another platform over where the Technum is and get that going also. Where is that Technum? I'm going to grab the ore scanner. Remind me where the heck the Technum... Oh, it's straight in front of me. Let's get a similar setup going over here. Maybe we'll build out this way. So I'm going to grab the same kind of thing here. I'm going to grab some little platform blocks or foundation blocks. Boom. I'll leave a little section here for biomass burners. Boom. That's the end of our foundation blocks. Deconstruction is F. Let's get rid of that one. Boink. Boink. We can put down the biomass burner we built. Load that guy up. And then we got another drone miner here for our Technomore. That guy like that. These guys should start mining here in a second. There they go. So that is started. Then we still need to rely on our drop pod. Where are you? Straight away. Over there we can take out some more trees. It's kind of an early fuel source. Later we can automate all of this. Alright. Take all those plates. All those Technum rods. And let's do at least a few more foundation blocks. And then they want us to build smelters. We're going to need one for each little mining area. At least to get us started. And I might do a few more of these foundation blocks. Alright. They want us to smelt. Place a smelter on the foundation. Let's do it here. We're going to extend this guy. And how do we want to do it? Smelter. Let's get it out of the backpack. Throw it onto the hotbar. Out. Right about there.
The smelter is more efficient than the inbuilt drop pod smelter, so you should start using this from now on. Another benefit is that we can automate the smelters to make our life easier. For this, you need to connect the drone miner to a smelter by using loaders and conveyor belts. Please go ahead and connect them while I'm notifying Mission Command on our progress. Communication link establishment failure. Curiously, I find myself unable to make contact with Mission Command. It could be a technical anomaly. I shall persist in my attempts.
All right, you persist in your attempts, and we are going to create belts and loaders, but I'm going to grab some resource here and keep my basic smelter here running. So we have a steady supply of materials. Unload all that ore. Nice. And throw that into this little smelter. We can't really automate this smelter, but it gets us started. Okay, back over here. Let's see if we can craft loaders. Here they are. We're going to need 4 of these, but we'll start with 2. 1, 2, and then we're going to need some belt. 1, 2, 3. That'll actually, I think, get us 6 belts. And let's drag these things to the hotbar. There's our loader, and there's our conveyors. All right, so we want to get things in and out of machines, we need these loaders. So to get stuff out of our drone miner, let's place a loader there. Boom. Might need more space. Oh man, yeah I do. Need more space. Let's expand this a bit more. Then we'll take this guy and move our smelter over a bit. Basically going to have another loader kind of right next to this guy. Where are we? You know what we could do? Let's do... I got an idea. I'm going to put my loader there. I'm going to expand our foundation this way. Boink. And I'm going to put my smelter right here. I want the panel this way just for looks. Whoa, it's a little hard to see. We do have a light. Let's grab it. Disable that. Hit L for lights. Does this have multiple levels? No, just one. And we need to build that ore. I'm gonna go like this. And we're gonna come across this way. Extend our platform out a little bit so we can walk up here. I'm sure I'm gonna fall off of it several times. Yeah, that's set to intake. That is set to output. That's exactly what we want. There's our ore. It's going into the smelter. The smelter is smoking. And let's extend this platform. We're not constantly falling off. And we're starting to produce plates. Now this, I think, looks just as fast actually as the other one. I'm going to grab those plates and we're going to do the same exact thing on the other side. Say what, I'll meet you when I've got that done. All right, I've got both mining sites set up with a couple biomass burners now, just so we don't have to refill them so fast. Mining drones, belt leading into a smelter. So both for the Xenoferrite and for the Technum over in the distance there. We've got an objective to craft 20 conveyors. Thought I had those going already, but let's craft some more. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, whoops, it's conveyors, not those things. We do need foundation blocks, we'll take them.
You have the machines necessary to connect the drone miner to the smelter. Now, attach a loader to each machine and connect them with conveyor belts.
Oh, we've already done that.
After you're done, you should build more smelters and have them produce enough metal plates and rods to fulfill our mission. Speaking of which, the mission control link remains non-responsive. Our objective is near completion and immediate guidance from Mission Command is required.
Just gonna grab these resources here. Okay, let's see. Place 4 smelter small. So they want us to double up the smelter load here. It looks like our ore is kind of backing up, so we can probably do more smelters. Let's build a couple more of those if we can. Crafting smelters. Boom, boom. Let's do 4 more while we're doing it. And we'll extend these platforms out and see if we can't increase how much we're producing. Kind of know what's going to happen here. We want belts coming straight out this way. And we have our smelters, so let's plunk those guys down. We'll put the panels on the outside. I don't think we need to leave a space for any reason between these right now.
We have completed our initial mission of setting up a smelting facility. We've done a great job, haven't we?
We sure have.
At this point, we should have received further instructions, but something is blocking our communications. I think we'll have to improvise. My archives contain a blueprint for a research server. Through material analysis, I should be able to provide an emergency beacon blueprint. Let's get going and build a research server.
All right, they want us to build a research server. Before we do, let's, I want to get 2 more smelters over on the Technum area, just so we can keep production moving here. We still don't have a place to put these yet, as far as like dumping them into storage, these resources, but we'll get there. We will get there. I'm gonna empty out this smelter and build some more foundation blocks, I guess. And they wanted us to build a research center. That is over here on the top of the crafting menu. We've got structures, we've got components. These are often just kind of made in the background automatically, but if we wanted to, we could handcraft these individually. This is our mining drill and ore scanner. They already gave us those to start with. I guess if we lost them, we'd have to craft those again. Plates, we're using the smelters to make plates and rods. And then this is what they want us to build. I think a research server. Yeah, it's up in the top right. Let's get 2 of those going. And let's build all the science packs we can by hand. And then, yeah, I'm going to build this out to 3 smelters, and we'll come back once I have that done. All right, I've got 3 smelters on both deposits. Those guys are all firing off. It looks like our biomass burners are able to supply enough power. We could fill these up while I'm thinking about it. Boom and boom. They hold 100 each. Now we need to put down our research server on a foundation. And we're going to be eventually feeding this thing science packs. Let's go get to the other one. I'm going to fill up these biomass burners, make sure they're full. Boom. Boom and boom. And now we need to put down a research station. I'm guessing maybe right in between these two. Not between them where our pod is, but like kind of over this way somewhere. Let's build a little platform out here. It's going to clear off a little bit of space. Let's do something right about here. Make this too big. We don't have a lot of extra blocks, I don't think. Let's get the research stations out of our back pocket here. Whoops, that's not what I want. 9. We can start with 2 of these, I guess. Boom.
To advance in research, you will need to build science packs. Craft a few by hand and insert them into the research server to research the emergency beacon blueprint.
Okay. We're gonna need power for these guys. Let me add a little corner here where we can put some biomass burners where they're out of the way. I got 2 on me. Let's just use them. Boink and boink. You and you. So now this platform is powered up. And I made some science packs by hand. We've got 7. Can I split that stack? How do we split a stack? Shift. Control. Right click. Shift click. Oh, there's an easy way to do it, I'm sure, but I don't know what it is. To split a stack. All right, I'm just going to throw all of these in. See this research. We'll go boink. Those are all loaded up, and now we need to pick a research. And we can click on this button, research interface, or we can just hit the G key in the bottom right of the screen. You can see the shortcut. They want us to research emergency beacon, I'm sure. It's the top of the tree here. So we've got a tree view of all the research. And then over here, we've kind of got the Factorio style, what we can research and what we can't. And then at the bottom, what we've already researched. You can see there's quite a bit of stuff. Just want the first one, emergency beacon. And is that going? Beacon, start research, boom. Okay, and then let's set ourselves up with another research station. I kind of feel like these are going to need some space between them. Not positive, but I'm going to leave a fair amount of room between these guys. I do want the panels facing the same direction. Just for looksies. And that one's not going to do anything until we get more science packs. Let's craft some more of those if we can. Yeah, we've got 17. Right click gets us 5 at a time. Let's have that churn away. Meanwhile, emergency beacon, yeah, just about researched. There we go.
Got it. We now have the emergency beacon blueprint. Craft it and place it, but not too close to your existing machines. Those rescue parties tend to land right on top of the beacons.
Right. I'm just going to craft. I'm just going to collect resources here. These things don't back up. Let me grab them from the other side, then we'll place the kind of landing pad for the emergency beacon. Grab you, grab you. That one looks weird, right? There it goes. Let's see. All right. Yeah, we may need to put more drone miners down to actually make use of all these smelters. We'll get to that maybe later. All right, I'm going to go further out. They said place this thing down a little bit away from your factory. Okay, emergency beacon. Place emergency beacon. Craft. Where might you be? There it is, emergency beacon. Let's get that going. I'm going to shut off the production of these science packs since that takes quite a long time. And I'll queue it up behind the emergency beacon. Okay, there's our emergency beacon. Let's drop that guy down in the hotbar somewhere. Boom. And I think I can just put this anywhere. Like, how about... Boom. Don't think it needs power. Call for help. Press button. Must be that. Send emergency signal. Boom. Back up.
Now you might want to take a step back and look up.
Boom. That was a rough
A
landing.
real groundbreaker. This corporate command companion bureaucrat bot, C3BB for short,
Little
will
guy in
help
there
us
hopping
establish
around.
a connection with Mission Command. First, let's help him out of that drop pod by deconstructing and placing it in a safe location.
All right. Deconstruct. So F for that. Let's take this drop pod. Crunch that down. And then what? Backpack. Proceed. What do we get? Here it is. The C3 double B hub. And let's drop this guy. We got to put this on the hotbar. If I hit tab, we get a new hotbar. Drop that guy here. One. I might drop that down here. See where they let me place it. Let's see, I'm not able to turn the mouse. There we go. Just gonna put that guy right in this hole. Boom.
Welcome to the ground, C3BB. We have activated this emergency beacon because we are having trouble communicating with Mission Command. Critical damage on the Mission Command space station, you say? Spontaneous explosive disassembly. That's extremely troubling. What now? Are we trapped here? That aligns with our disaster contingency protocol.
Does.
C3BB, initiate a thorough analysis of the incident. We'll integrate your extended blueprint archive with our research servers and construct a self-sufficient manufacturing facility capable of providing emergency aid.
All right, let's see. Did they give us something to work on? Let's go pick a new research. I can do that just by hitting the G key. We don't need to be at these research stations, actually. Let's do whatever's next. Assembler, for sure. Start research on that. Now we've got 2 research buildings going. Doesn't look like they produce any smoke or anything. All right, I was going to go collect resources here real quick. Nice, we can put these in storage. Boom, boom, boom. Got science packs being constructed down on the bottom left manually. Eventually we're going to automate those, obviously. But we may as well let our little handcrafting station do its thing while we're dawdling around. The other thing I want to craft is 2 more drone miners. Let's get that crafted. Boink and boink. In fact, yeah, 2 more drone miners. That's probably enough. And then let's do more foundations, more belts, tons more belts. And some more loaders, 2 of those. We may have to cancel some of that, but... All right, no active research. Let's pick the next one. G. We've got a choice. Character improvement unlocks 5 additional inventory slots and is the prerequisite for further character improvements. What was the other option we have? Go back up here. Our other option is this guy. Basic infrastructure unlocks the logistics container, a storage building that can be automated with loaders and conveyor belts. I think we might want that. And as a prerequisite, yeah, let's do this one first. We'll end up doing both, sure, and more. Might have some resources sitting in here too. Let's grab these if I do. Nope, that's empty. We're probably pretty much done with this guy. All right, let's go find our little bot buddy. Was he? Where did we put him again? You are... You out from the research? Yeah, there he is. He might have something for us to do. Let's see if we can interact with this guy. Okay, new task. This is basically like our... Going to give us some tutorial tasks. A research assembler. We're doing it right now. That one's done.
You're right. We need a machine that is able to craft common items. I'm glad you have the blueprint stored. Let's go ahead and research the assembler.
Okay.
Great. The assembler will serve as the foundation for mass producing the most commonly required items. Gone are the days of handcrafting. C3BB has been able to establish a limited connection to the space station and will try to extract useful information. Meanwhile, we should focus on scaling up.
One step ahead of you. All right, Science Pack 2s. Complete the research for Science Pack 2s.
Right. For more advanced research, we need to increase our material science knowledge. Our goal should be to develop a more advanced science pack. But don't underestimate the worth of the other blueprints. Early analysis indicates that mission control has already been gone for quite some time, so I don't think we're in a rush.
All right. And then smelters.
Okay, math genius. If it takes 8 small smelters to fill up a conveyor belt, then we'll build 8 for each metal ore.
Oh, man. Okay, so they're giving us the ratio, which is kind of nice. So 8, they want 8 smelters for every ore. And we need to research Science Pack 2s. Let's look at the research thing first. We'll see how many Science Packs we have on us. Where's Science Pack 2s? Inners, decor. Where are they? Scanner loader level 2. Here's Science Pack 2s. What do we need for that? We got a few things we got to research before we can get to that. Basic infrastructure is done. We need ore scanner ignium. Let's start that research. Oh man, 15 Science Pack 1s. We do have the assembler now, so we should be thinking about automating those science packs. Let's head back over here and think about what we want to do. Where's our other factory? We've got one resource there, and somewhere in between, I think is where we're going to want to start manufacturing our Science Pack 1s. So let's build a structure right in here. Let's get a platform going. Boom. We're gonna need a bunch more building blocks. Some of those crafted up. And then let's also get an assembler or 20 queued up. Where are you? Assemblers here. We can build 6. Let's start with 2. And then we know we're going to need more smelters. I've got 2 more mining drones already in inventory. And they said what? 6 smelters. Or load up a belt, I think. Get 4 more of those crafted up. And we'll collect resources on the way. Along the way, I should say. I wouldn't mind connecting these platforms up so we can kind of share the electricity generation. I might do that. Do it. Since these foundations conduct electricity, this guy is now powered. I'm going to do it with all of them. Bare minimum right now until we get more resources. Boom. Then this guy over here. That's... Nah, we're probably going to need more biomass burners. So let's collect our goodies. So we have building materials. And then we'll load up our biomass burners to make sure these guys don't stop. Boink and boink. And we'll do the same thing with the other melting area while we wait for things to craft here in the bottom left. How's this guy doing? It should be empty. Yeah, good, good. We'll grab you, or fill you, oh sorry. Fill those up with biomass. Grab all these resources for crafting. Then we kind of want to output from these machines, right? Rather than me coming and collecting these, we need to be able to output these plates. I think I want to do is put a belt here and use a longer loader, an extended loader, to dump the output onto a belt. I think that'll be clean. The problem is we're going to need research for that as well. Where is that? Actually, while we're looking, I'm going to craft more science packs in the background. 5, 10, 15, 20. Into research. We want these loaders, second lane loaders. We research those now? We can. Let's do it. Boom. And then I probably need to load science packs into our research stations. We may have burned through the ones I had. And before I do, let's see. Manage inventory. Okay, that's the inventory for the research server. What I want to do is, can I split this stack? Destroy item, drop item, auto sort. Here it is. Shift plus the right mouse button. Shift, right mouse button. Split. We'll put some in there. It's so few, it's probably not worth doing. And this one I can just click deposit. Those guys should be doing research. How are you guys doing? Doing all right with biofuel. So all 6 of our biomass burners are powering all of our equipment, basically. They're all connected up on the same power network. Do want to get more drone miners going. We have them in inventory. Let's get those placed while we're waiting for science packs and waiting for those second lane loaders to finish researching. I'm going to put this one right there. Need a loader coming off of this guy. Then belts. Run you straight into that belt. Then we need to extend our smelters here too. Some more foundation blocks. Boink. And I'm going to come out one more row here. And then we're going to have an output belt from these smelters that I think is going to start right here. This somehow. See how this comes together in a minute. Second lane loaders, we're at 40% of the research. If that's still... Do we need to supply more stuff? Yeah, we do. That's stalled out. We do have science packs manually crafting. Obviously, we want to get that automated. Throw what I've got into one of these. Boom, just to keep the research going. That's 6 more. And then here we can get 3 more smelters down. Boink, boink, boink. Q, I think. Yeah, Q. If you point and hit Q, that will copy the thing you're looking at. So that's going to be handy for us. Just need one more segment. Loaders to bring ore into the smelters. Let's see what we got. Power usage. Can we see that? There is a way to see the power network. Is it here? Grid stats. Power consumers 1.4. Power producers 1.3. Yeah, it's just about even, it looks like. We're probably going to need more biomass burners. Why don't we... I got a couple more on me. Let's do this. Since everything's all connected up. I'm going to put a couple more down. Boink and boink. Fill these guys up. Boom. Oh, looks like I need more biomass. I'm going to cut down some trees. I'll be right back. All right, I got a bunch more biomass and I crafted some science packs. Let's throw these in. Boom. So we got 18 science packs being processed. Let's head back over here. This is where I put the extra biomass burners. Let's fill these up now. We'll take a look at the power display again. 1.3, 1.2. Where's our capacity? Sure, 8 biomass burners producing 1.4. Yeah, I was expecting to see one of these numbers go a whole lot higher. Enabled online grid status. Alright, well we have enough. I think we have enough energy. Machine efficiency 70%. Alright. This guy's loaded up with 2 drone miners and 6 smelters. Let's collect our goodies. We got to do it manually for the time being. We're almost researched. We're 90% of the way towards having the bigger loaders. Go to the other side here and do that same expansion. Ooh, I fell into a hole there. So we'll expand this foundation out a bit. Boom. I'm going to craft up more foundations and some more science packs. Here's our second drone miner for this ore. This is the Technum, I think. Loader. Belt. And that down the aisle, and then we want 3 more smelters here. Q to copy the building. Boink. Not enough smelters. Let's craft 2 more. I'm going to turn off the science pack and turn off those. Where are you, smelter? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just so we have them. Then turn those back on. Get science packs crafting after that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Want 2 more over here. There's 1. I can do the belt while we're waiting. There, and then loaders. 1, 2, 3. Drop our last smelter. Boom. Let's make sure we got that. Okay, ore is moving. We got 2 sets of drone miners. We got our 6 smelters. These guys are not smoking because their inventory is full, so I'm going to empty these guys out. Everybody's loading material, and now we want to get the output belts going. That's going to be you. We need to create more belts. That's going to be our output belt. Let's give ourselves a little tiny bit of room to walk here. Now we need those big loaders. We're going to need to craft those. There it is. Loader second lanes. So I'm going to turn off crafting on science packs once this one gets done. Boom. And let's do 5, 10, 11, 12 at least. 14, 15, 16. We'll do a few extras. Then I'll queue up some science packs to be constructed behind that. What else? What else? We need to pick research. What's next? We were working towards science pack 2s. And did we do this one? Yeah. Okay, continue research on the ore scanning ignium. Must have shut that one off early to work on the second lane loaders. Let's see. Looking at the hotbar at the moment. Let's take biomass burners off the hotbar. And let's move these guys over. And we'll put our second lane loaders right there. Craft. They're being crafted right now. There they are. Loader second lane. I'm going to put those next to these guys. And we should be able to start using these right now. Wink. That's our output. A little jammed in. And these are outputs, so we need to toggle this little button on top. It dumps out product. Check it out. There's our Technum rods. Now we could buffer these. We do have the ability, I think, to make storage now, right? This guy right here, logistics container. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to make a couple of those. Turn off science packs again here in a second. That one finished crafting. Boom. Research is done. Let's pick another one. We're working toward science pack 2s. It's one of our objectives. Let's do burner generator. That's going to take 20 science packs. We'll get that going. Got these research stations in front of me. Let's load up whatever we've got. You guys got 7 science packs, huh? Got 0. Boom. Now you got 6. What we're trying to do is get this production going and then get the xenoferrite plates going. And then over here on this platform, we're going to throw down an assembler and start making science pack 1s. I have to manually craft these. This guy was waiting on the long loaders. Let's get those placed. Boink, boink. These outputs, I suppose I could have copied and pasted, and I wouldn't have to set these all individually like this. That'll do. Alright. Now, we need to send this product over. I want storage right there is what so let's craft. Get a couple of science packs going just while I'm sitting here thinking. Tab to the second hotbar, bring up the backpack. Let's take these storage units here. Thinking. For now, I'm going to put a storage right there. Q will extend this guy out. Basically, I want some of these plates going into storage just for handcrafting. Need a loader. Change hotbars. Get out of my face. That. Belt. You're going to come through this way. Intake. Man, are you going to take every single one? I guess it is. That's all right. We'll let this fill up for a minute. What we really want to do is send these across somehow. I want to do that. Piece of the assembler is going to be over here somewhere. There, we have two of them. Let's put them on the hotbar. Oh man, these are big. It's fine. How do we want to do it? All right, let's do that. These are our assemblers. I guess we'll put the products kind of back here. So this guy. Storage, because I want some stored off into storage. And I'm going to use a second laden loader off of this guy, just so we have some of these for handcrafting. This is going to come out. I think I want to come out. You know what? I can actually hover this belt, can't I? For now, we're going to do that, even though it's a little goofy looking. We'll get foundations under these in a minute. There's input number 1. And we can look at the recipe here, I think. Let's see. And we're working on Science Pack 1s. Configure assembler. 10 machinery parts and 8 technum rods. So we've got a little bit more processing to do than I thought. Technum rods come straight in, but machinery parts we need to make from xenoferrite plates. So that shouldn't be too bad. And technum rods come straight in. What do we have here? This is technum rods. So those, once that storage fills up, or I feel like turning this off, it's going to be our technum rods. Those come straight in. We can go boink. And boink. Those are both intakes. And then these guys we need to do some processing on before they head over to there. Let's craft some more foundations, not that. Probably take up more of these. So I need a little factory to make machine parts. Let's craft a couple more assemblers. we can do that about right over here. Boom. 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 Those guys are all out of the way. Belt's going to come across this way. Need more belts. Assembler here. Boink. Put those two next to each other. These guys going on machine parts. Machinery parts. And the output. The output's going to come out the same way we did before. So let's do... Do I have my belts yet? I do. At least have some. So our inputs coming in. Loaders to bring those into the assemblers. Again, this platform is hooked up to our other guy, or all of our other platforms, so it's getting power. Do you need to craft more regular loaders, though? There we go. You to copy. Okay, that'll bring the plates in. And then we need an output belt to take things out of here. It's going to be you. And then long loaders to get things out of here. Out of these two assemblers, our machinery parts. Set those for output. Boom, and reach over there. Boom. And I actually want that belt to kind of come over here and snake around this one. Because I like belts going in the same direction. So that's going to need to come out. We can do it. Need a lot more belts. We're going to do something like this. Need to craft many, many more belts. Let's get that going. Get those queued up. In fact, I should probably collect resources too. Let's grab a couple stacks of those. How about 3 stacks of rods? Fill up our biomass burners. Over this way to our other smelters. These guys are like they're working away. More biomass for all these guys. And I'm going to steal some out of here. 1, 2, 3 stacks. Auto sort. And this is the belt that's going to be bringing us the machinery parts. Let's extend that one. You. Over to here somewhere. Eek. Yeah, right to there. You're going to join up with that guy. All right. What's missing? What's missing is I think I need to turn off our storage, unfortunately. Let's auto sort this and we can lock this down. Let's do that. We'll do that for now. That's going to allow these guys to go through and it's going to restrict this storage to 4 stacks. Not bad. We can use that for crafting. I just want to have a supply available to us. We'll do the same thing on this storage over here. Auto sort and then lock this thing down to 4 stacks. We'll let this guy fill up before he sends his rods over. Then we need to take, or we need loaders. Here, second lane loaders. Link to bring materials in. Those are all intakes. That's good. Rods should be coming. Here they are. They're on their way. Now we need to get the outputs from these guys off to there, right? You guys are going to make me science packs? Machinery parts and Technum rods. We are producing. So let's get this stuff out of here. Boink. Boink. And these guys are going to take that product in about here. You. Fill these while I'm in the area. Ooh, look at that. I'm out of biomass again. Foundations. We'll go 2 to make it look pretty. And belts. No, I can't rotate. Whoops, 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 whoops. Not quite. Got to be at least 1 block out from the machine in order to feed your loaders. Boom. I think I need to set these to outputs. Boink and boink. And then if I have any science packs on me, I can get rid of them too. Let's do that. Boom. Yeah, I had 9 of them on me. I'm not sure how much these hold. We'll see. Here they come. It's going to take every last one. That one didn't. It looks like it only takes them if it needs them. Yeah, there it goes. So it maintains an internal inventory of about 3 or 4, it looks like. Not bad, not bad. Let's clean this up so it looks a little bit better. We'll probably make this into a huge platform once we get the resources to do it. That looks like it is. That is actually set correctly. That's for storage. It looks like this production is going to be slow.
No more filling that biomass burner by hand for you. It's time to upgrade to the burner generator and dig up ignium ore for automated power production. Let's power up our future.
Let's power up our future. All right, let's pick another research. We're working toward, or we did the science pack too, so let's pick something. Oh, here it is right here. Yeah, this is what we want. Start research. Boom. It's going to take 30 of them. What am I missing? Do I not have the requirements? Oh, I'm missing something else. This guy. Inventory slots +5. Yes, please. We'll get that going, and then let's go find our little robot buddy. I see him in the distance. E3BB. And just see what he's got for us. Okay, Science Pack 2s, that's being researched. Smelters, I think, didn't I do 6? Do we not have 16? I don't think I do. I think I've got 12.
Genius. If it takes 8 small smelters to fill up a conveyor belt, then we'll build 8 for each metal ore.
All right, let's do that, and then maybe we'll call it an episode here. We need 8. Oh man, it's gonna mess up my whole design. Now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We would need to kick this thing out a bit. Do I have room for 2 more? We'll find out. Let's do it. The answer is yes. We'll make room. But I do need 4 more smelters. Let's make sure I've actually got those. What do I have? 3, it looks like. Get some more of these crafting. Oh, and the burner generators too. That's coming. Let's do... I'm going to do 10 smelters. And 10 burner generators. And then some more belts, foundations, maybe 10 of those ramp guys. Ramp belts. That storage is going to go. We're going to put that storage over here, I think, for now. Maybe right here. Have another I don't. Let's get storage crafted. Logistics containers. How about 6 of those? I wait for some things to craft. And we'll do the same thing on the other side and get 8, right? They want 8 smelters in each row. This guy's in a bad spot. I don't think I've got the inventory space. Oh, maybe I do. Empty this guy out. Looks like I do. Open this guy. Disable it so it doesn't immediately fill up once I take stuff out of here. And we're going to move this guy somewhere else. You're going to hand your buddy, your inserter buddy. You're going to move over this side. In fact, you can hang out right there for now. And let's do the same thing. We'll limit this guy to 4 stacks, and I can probably feed you some of what I took. I don't need all of that. Now we can expand this with the Q key to copy the machine. Boink, boink. Q on the belt to copy it and bring this guy across. Then Q on this little loader. U and U. And then the output belt. I think I'm going to have to move it over by 1. Don't think I can dump on an angle here. Dump my rods, Technum rods. Possible, but I don't think that's going to work. Let's get that out of here. Yeah, invalid selection. So that guy's going to cry. We need to move 1 more over. In fact, let's give ourselves a little bit of room. For look-sees. This all... Oh, is there a way to do a shift? Shift F to switch to bulk demolish. Let's do Shift F. Okay, how does that work? Oh, oh, oh. Oh man, what? Okay, I gotta learn how to use bulk demolish. Shift F. You do it in 3 dimensions. 1 click for 1 dimension. Another click to get to the 2nd dimension. Another click to finish. Okay. That gets us our 6 smelters. These need to be set to, I'm sorry, our 8 smelters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have no active research, so let's research something else. Painters, conveyor balancer. I'll take that. Or am I supposed to do science pack 2s? Science pack 2s. Let's get that going. Looks like I could use more research machines, right? We're actually producing more science packs than these guys can handle. Place these kind of strange. Get a third one going. Let's at least get it crafted. The research server. In fact, let's get like 4 of those or 5 of them crafting in the background. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'll do that off camera. I'm going to scale this up to 8 smelters. And I'll move the storage over here or something just so we have a place to grab plates. And then we'll see. Yeah, this looks like this is keeping up just fine for what we've got going. And we've got room to scale it if we want. Once we get the conveyor balancers, kind of splitters, then we can share plates with other things. Yeah, I'll scale this up between episodes, but we'll wrap this first episode here. Yeah, this is Foundry. Again, it's going into early access on Steam on May 2nd, 2024. Awesome, awesome game. Like I said at the top, I featured this game on the Glidercat channel way when I was just first starting my channel back in December of 2020. So 3.5 years ago. Not bad. What a cool looking game. It's come a long, long way. But yeah, we're off to a pretty good start. I want to thank Glidercat patrons and channel members for their support of the channel. That helps me find these games and feature them for you. If you'd like to be one of those few but very appreciated individuals who are helping support the Glidercat channel, there's links to do so in the description, and I'd be grateful for that support. And with that, I'll see y'all in the next episode.